Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Outdoors with Alien D. We're out hunting today, late bow deer season 2025. I didn't put my cameras up this year, not yet anyways, but we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. Day one. Haven't seen anything yet. I did find one shed, small 3-point. So far, nothing. So I just shot at a big buck here about 5 minutes ago, maybe 10. I was down the hill. He was bedded right up here with some does, and he was standing up. He must have heard me. And he was at the outer limits of my range, so I'm not sure if I hit him. We're gonna go up here and see if we can find any blood. I can tell without, even without my rangefinder, that he's a big buck. He's a shooter. So I've seen him bedded here many times before, and this is the only thing I've seen today. So wish me luck. Go up here, see if we can find anything. Well, I finally got confirmation I hit him. I went over that direction. The steep crap where I seen the rest of them go. I want to follow this blood and see which way he went.
might be wondering why I didn't shoot at that 2-point when he walked right at me. That was the second day I was up there. I had already hit a deer and wounded it, and that was the deer that I was after. So that's why I didn't shoot at that 2-point, even though it comes so close to me. I was still trying to recover the deer that I had shot. So when I saw this buck, you have to remember that I was looking at him with my bare eyes at first, and then with my rangefinder, which has a 3-power on it. When I did get it out and look at him, I couldn't tell if it was a buck for sure or not. I thought it was a buck. Just because of the face, all the white on it, and the size of the body. I kept looking at it through my rangefinder, and I was thinking, that's gotta be a buck. He's too big to be a doe. He doesn't look like a doe. But right behind his head, there was a bunch of branches and whatnot. And I couldn't tell that it was a buck at first. I looked, and I finally thought I saw some antlers. And I kept looking, and I thought, okay, I do see some antlers, but he looks like the 2-point that come walking at me in the video, and that was not the deer I was after, because I had already shot one, and I wanted to recover the deer that I hit. Well, it turns out, after I got home and I looked at the video with my camera, and it has a 32 times zoom on it, so it's clear as day when you're looking at it on the video. You're like, why didn't he shoot that buck? Well, when you zoom in on it, you can clearly see that when I zoomed in, I could clearly see that it was the buck that I had shot the first day I was out. I thought he was the 2-point, and he was within range. I could have shot at him. That was the second opportunity that I had at that buck that I had already hit, and I didn't know it. And eventually he took off without me firing another shot at him. So that was the second time that I had an opportunity to kill him. I did have another encounter with him here later in the video, as you'll see.
63 yards. He was right in there. And then I believe I shot at him again. I'm pretty sure it was him. At a longer distance. I don't know if I hit him or not. He was bedded down right there. Dead in the tree. I found my arrow. It's broken. No blood on it. Looks like I hit this tree right here. That's the arrow. Probably had broken off. We'll see if I hit him with the other shot right over here. There's my other arrow. Looks like I missed him.
So the third time I encountered this buck, it was a rainy day. I saw one doe and one fawn together. One direction, I went back the other direction. It's cold, it was raining. I didn't think I was going to see anything else that day. So I was approaching the spot where I had shot this buck the first day. Actually, every time I encountered this buck, he was within 100 yards of where I shot him the first day. The second time I saw him, he was 100 yards to the right, bedded down. The third time I encountered him with some does, again, about 100 yards below where I encountered him the first time. So I'm sneaking up through there, and it's very steep and rocky. And I had just slipped and fell, I don't know, probably 75 yards before I crested this little hill. You'll see in the video there where they're bedded down. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to see anything now. I slipped, I fell, it was noisy, but I guess because of the rain, they didn't hear me. Either that or they did hear something and it wasn't loud enough to spook them away. So I'm going along the trail, and I just crept up over the top of it. And typically they're bedded a little bit higher, right up in the tree line, up by the cliff up here, which is where they were the first day I shot him. And I looked straight out in front of me. So this buck just happened to be bedded down on the same trail I was on. And he wasn't turned in either direction, he was facing directly at me. So I crested up over this hill, I'm looking straight out in front of me, and I caught some movement, and it's a buck. He's got his legs underneath him, and he's just starting to get off the ground. And I'll never forget it, because all I could see was his face and these eyes with a little bit of black and white on his face, and he's looking at me. And I'm like, I remember thinking to myself, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? And sure enough, it's a buck, and he's standing up, and he's looking right at me. So I get out my rangefinder and I look. I can see it's a big buck. At the time I was thinking, okay, maybe it's him, maybe it's not him. At any rate, I'm going to shoot. So I range him 63 yards. Didn't have a lot of time. And this time I didn't see any other deer around him. He was the only one that stood up. So I knocked an arrow, and I drew back. And I don't know what my deal was this year, but I seem to be suffering from a little case of buck fever this year. It gets to the best of us, no matter how long you've been doing this. But in my opinion, that's what makes it fun. Some days I go out, or some years I go out and I'm rock steady. No problem getting a shot. This year, that was not the case. It was cold on top of that, which already makes you shake worse than you already do. I drew back, and like I said, he was 63 yards. And I thought I had a really good aim on him, but I ended up punching the trigger. So I don't know if I hit high, if I hit low. But at first I thought I'd hit him. I thought there's no way I'm missing him at 63 yards. And they scattered. And in the video, you hear me mention, I think I shot at him again. Well, what I meant by that was, when I shot, there were other deer with him. There were does, and they scattered. And I didn't see any other bucks in the group, just him. And he went up and over to the left. and I ranged him again, and I shot at him again because I thought I had hit him, so I was trying to put another arrow in him. So when I said I think I shot him again at him again, that meant I thought I was shooting at the correct deer again, is what I meant by that. It didn't matter anyways. I missed. I went over there, you'll see in the video, I went and checked both arrows. The first one I hit a tree, broke my arrow off, broke my bread hat off in the tree. Went a little ways up and found my other arrow, and it didn't have any blood on it either. I missed him. Didn't see him again after that, but that was the third time I had countered him, and I didn't think I was going to get another opportunity at him, and I was right. I couldn't believe that I had 3 chances at him to begin with, but that buck had 9 lives, so he's still running around chasing does up there. So So I had my opportunity this year and I messed it up. So I can't complain. It was a good season. I saw quite a few more deer than I did last year, which was very promising. the spigot did turn off at the end of the season there. The weather got kind of warmish, and they just disappeared. Last couple times I went out, I didn't see a single deer. I was really surprised. But it was still a good time, and I hope you watched the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.